frustrating, huh?
This is Wolfenstein 2, I'm SteelSnake, and this is I'm Death, Incarnate, Difficulty Walkthrough. I left that little section in just showing me picking the difficulty, just to shut the people up that I know are going to come on this walkthrough if they do and say, oh, this isn't I'm Death Incarnate, you know, it's too hard for me. It's in there just to show them, even though it means very little to these people. And if their initial reaction is to just slag off the walkthrough and say it's not on that difficulty and call me a liar, then, well, I don't really want to talk to them. But enough of that, because here we are. This is Wolfenstein 2. This is the game that I've been waiting for, you know, since that first game, which I really enjoyed. And I'm doing this on I'm Death Incarnate, guys, because I'm not gonna talk about Mind Laben just yet, but I have no intention of playing through that difficulty, guys. I didn't, you know, obviously don't know my opinions as such on difficulty because I never discussed them. I will do in this walkthrough, of course. It's the first one I'm doing on the hardest difficulty. But what you should know is I just think that permadeath is garbage and I don't like it in games, therefore I won't be doing it. However, this time Death Incarnate, and this can be a difficulty that can really kick your ass. You know, these opening sections, it may look like I'm just shooting enemies, it's not, it's actually really tough. But the first thing to know about this first level is you've just got to be quite aggressive. You know, this game does favour the bold in your strategies. You know, good thing is in this game, when you shoot an enemy, they will flinch, and it always gives you an opportunity. If you shoot first, you've got a good chance of putting an enemy down, really. It's just when they start shooting at you and you're not shooting at them, you know, you're going to die pretty damn quick. Now, I've not finished the game yet on I Am Death Incarnate. I went through it once on Call Me Terribili, and on that game, on that difficulty, it was really tough, you know, because in this game, you know, that health and armor, it just goes so quickly. I found the second half of the game much easier, just for the fact that you can get, you know, for story reasons, you get, you know, 100 health, which you'll notice I'm only getting up to 50 health here, and it can't go past 50, it'll go back into the overcharge state where it slowly drains. But about halfway through the game that's going to change, you can go back to being 100 like in the first game, and I found it a lot easier then, because armor's just worthless in this game, because at least on this difficulty, because it goes so quick. And as I say, guys, this is all just knowing the run, you know. To be honest, this first level's really not too tricky. There's nothing here that should challenge you too much. You know, I'd recommend playing through the game once beforehand, just so you're used to it, because I went, you know, balls deep in this, like on I Am Death Incarnate first time, and it kicked my ass a lot, and I got really frustrated. Because it'd just been a while since I played Wolfenstein: The New Order on Uber, and I definitely think this game is harder, but I'm discovering a lot of exploits. So not so much exploits, but cheesy strategies that get me through this game on this difficulty. Because the AI is dumb, and I'll talk more about that later on. And you will notice, guys, obviously if you've booted up this game, that I've skipped a lot of the intro stuff, because this is a walkthrough, you know. And this is some goofy shit here, just watch this. And this is the kind of goofy stuff you can do in Wolfenstein, which is a lot of fun. But, you know, I've skipped a lot of the opening stuff, like the stuff with your dad, which is, you know, it's fine when you're playing through it the first time, but, you know, you don't need that for the walkthrough, because you don't need my help in watching a cutscene or doing any of that stuff. You know, this is a walkthrough that's purely going to focus on gameplay in terms of when you're needing to do something on a level. I'm not going to use any of the bits from the ship, you know, like the hub, which is in between the levels. You know, I'll be doing all that in my spare time, and to be honest, this is a run where I'm purely just going to do the game. I'm not going to be focusing on collectibles and stuff. But if you are playing through the game, I absolutely recommend you do. There's a lot to get immersed in, and it's a really fantastic game, actually. Is it the best I've played all year? I don't know. It's between this and Evil Within 2, and I better stop myself just to talk about that. I'm leaving these first few in, just for this level. I'm going to cut them out for the rest. What you see there, guys, is I just saved, and you will have seen the spinning disc in the top left corner. That means the game is saving. You know, the game has autosaves, checkpoints in the traditional sense, but this is interesting, as you just see, guys. You know, your health gets stripped away so quick. But This game saves, obviously normal, like a normal game, but this game allows you the ability to save whenever you want, and it's not one of them bullshit things where it saves your data, but not where you actually are, like, say, Uncharted. That would have made Brutal a hell of a lot easier, if you could do. This game saves your location. It's like a PC, like, kind of thing. Or like, you know, the old Splinter Cell games, let you save whenever you wanted, and that would save your location. So you can save whenever you want, and you should do it, guys. You know, the game lets you do it. You know, make your own checkpoints, because, you know, I'm not a fan of removing checkpoints to increase difficulty, so save as often as you want, guys, to make things easier. It allows you to do a lot of experiments with stealth as well. You want to have about a few saves and just cycle through them. Don't ever just stick to one save, because obviously it's possible to save yourself in a bad spot and that's it, your game's fucked, you know. The good thing about it is, though, you'll have 2 auto saves as well, so if you ever do put yourself in a bad save, you can just load one of the old ones, and if you die, it will keep loading the one that you last loaded, not the latest save in terms of time saved. And this is the whole system, guys. You just save, and it's quick, and I really like this. You know, the game would have been. I don't know why I've included these pause screens. I say I'm going to remove those in future, guys. But just wanted to show you what that is, because I didn't discover that until like halfway through the game, and I wish I knew about it earlier. It would have made things a hell of a lot easier. Because I saw the save option, but I didn't think it would work in that way, but it does, and you know, it allows you to make this game a lot easier, you know, and just a lot fairer, because I don't think the checkpoints are that great on their own, to be honest. And as you can see, guys, save liberally. You know, this isn't, you know, Resident Evil old school survival horror where you've got limited saves. You can save whenever, and because this is a game where one enemy, you know, one commando with a pistol when you're at full health can strip you down in a few bullets, so you're gonna want to save when you can. But it's a pretty basic level, this one, guys. You know, and as you can see, there's the highly intelligent enemy AI. Can't notice a man in the wheelchair. But confidence is key, I think, in this game, and in this level in particular, because there's not a lot of the cheesy strategies you can do. You're facing a lot of enemies one-on-one, and it's your confidence and how willing you are to go forward. Apologies there, guys, I just cut out, but as I was saying, it's your confidence that is key in going forward and in this level, because you can't do a lot of the cheesy stuff, which you'll see in other levels. And as you can see, I've just died there, which caused the blackout. But we've almost approached the end of this level, and I want to talk about this, guys. When I first did this game, and when I've done it since, the game seems to push you towards going around this huge detour to get to this objective, and it wasn't until I did this now that I realised the objective is right next to me. And I'll show you what I mean when you get back in the wheelchair. Shoot that explosive barrel, by the way, because it cuts things out. Now, the game normally makes me go left here, and through this, like, very, very elaborate, like, stealth section that's, you know, a bit of a pain. You go through that white door there. However, I was noticing, as I was collecting all the stuff, shoot the boxes, guys, to get stuff, I noticed the objective was right there. And I don't understand, I must have been thick when I first played it, but it confuses me that you could just press this and go up and do it straight away and complete the level. Because first time, I went all this way around and did this elaborate section, which is bizarre, I must admit. So shoot that guy, guys, and you've done this level. That's it, that's all you got to do. You've just got to go hit that switch and you've done it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next level.